I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And Kiss are set to play the final date of the End of the Road tour on December 2nd at New York City's famed Madison Square Garden. And singer-bassist Gene Simmons spoke with USA Today about the band's final date. USA Today asks, what can you share about any special plans for the last show? And Gene said, we've put in what is approaching multiple seven figures to have film crews and amazing stuff. You're not going to be able to step into a cab or walk down any street in New York City and not be inundated by Kiss. The Empire State Building, you'll see. There's going to be one effect that we're doing only in New York. It's a separate technology where we're going to debut, but I can't say too much about it. And then USA says, as the clock ticks toward the final shows, and after all these months you've been on the road with the show, how are you feeling? And Simmons says, it's complex. I can sit here in my hotel room and wax poetic about all the stuff, but those are matters of the mind. The semantics, and here he goes with his I'm not anti-semantic thing. Whatever, let's get to the juicy part where USA says, today I'm sure there are fans hoping for a reunion with original guitarist and drummer Ace Frehley and Peter Criss. And here goes Gene. Ace and Peter have been in and out of this band 3 times. We love and cherish them, and they will always be part of the Kiss family. And we've had many differences about unprofessional behavior. Kiss has always been a machine. We show up on time, and we tried on 3 occasions over 3 decades to bring them back into the band, and it always wound up the same. And what do you do with Tommy and Eric, who has been loyal and professional and never turned their back on the band? In fact, they're cleaning my gutters right now. And now I know, Kiss would not have happened without Ace and Peter. There's no question of the chemistry. But I don't think Kiss would have survived with Ace and Peter. Not everyone has the DNA. It's hard damn work to stick through it for 50 years. All right, let me stop right there. Yeah, they have been a problem. Peter was a problem back in like 79, 80, got rid of him. Ace couldn't take it anymore, left the band, he was gone. Gene and Paul stayed loyal to the band all the way, till today. Now, the reunion of Kiss, now get this, was Ace and Peter, right? Because, Kiss was dying. Revenge didn't sell well, the tour wasn't good, they were suffering. So Ace and Peter, kept them way above water. And Ace and Peter needed the money too, man. And I think Ace and Peter were more desperate. So the payoff, I think, was better for them, even though it wasn't the payoff that Gene and Paul was getting. But anyway, when they reunited, they did one tour, then they did the Psycho Circus tour, then they did the farewell tour, okay? That's the 4-member of Kiss. That's the 4 members of Kiss. 1996, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 5 years, okay? And then there was some contract stuff that Peter didn't like, so he left during the final tour. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe he did do all the U.S. dates of the final tour. Then after the final tour, Ace left, right? Now, they begged Ace to come back. You know, all this talk about they're gone and, you know, we tried, we wouldn't be here. You tried to get him back. You tried. You went to his birthday party and he wasn't having none of it. Then they got a tour with Aerosmith, where Aerosmith said, you have to have at least 3 original members in the band in order for us to do this tour. Well, I don't have proof on this, but I'm pretty sure they probably went to Ace again before they went to Peter. Ace again said no. I could be wrong on that part, but I bet it did happen that way. And then they went to Peter, and Peter did it. Peter wasn't happy with it. He said later, you know, Peter was like, man, it wasn't cool not having Ace there and stuff. Where Ace said, man, it was awesome having Eric Singer there during the Japanese farewell tour. But either way, they brought back Peter. Then they got rid of Peter, right? So all this talk of Gene with his, you know, Monday morning quarterback crap, how, oh, we tried with them 3 times and it didn't work out. Now, the thing is that you did it for the money. And then, you know, you figured, all right, we're done with the Aerosmith tour and let's get rid of Peter Criss now. I mean, yeah, they do everything for the money. So they brought in Eric Singer, who is the copycat Cheater Criss now, and Tommy Thayer, who is fake Fraley. Sure, they're nice guys, but my point is, these 2 imposters, I don't blame them. I blame Gene and Paul for these 2 imposters that will mean nothing when people look back at Kiss. They will mean nothing. It'll be an era that nobody cares about, because after this tour, you're going to see a lot of merch featuring Ace and Peter, not Tommy and Eric. And it's really funny how they always him and Paul keep talking about, oh, we can't bring Ace and Peter back, because then, you know, the band be called Piss. They're not good enough to be in Kiss today. And Paul is? Paul isn't good to be in Kiss today? The guy that has no voice, is totally burnt out. He has to sing to tapes. And Gene looks like a buffoon up there. He looks like an aluminum-plated meatball. That's where he looks. He looks like a meatball with aluminum foil up there. We're doing his stupid little mouth gestures that he didn't used to do back in the day. He's very creepy now on stage. And then you have the drummer that's a good drummer, but he has to dumb it down for Gene and Paul. And, of course, the guy that wishes he was Ace Frehley. But whatever, man. I saw Scab Kiss when for free a few times, and then I was offered again free tickets to see this, the end of the world, or end of the road, whatever you want to call it. And I declined. I was like, that's it, man. After that Monster Fiasco tour I saw, I was like, I'm done with Kiss, you know. But anyway, there you go. This is the only news that matters. Once again, Gene opening his mouth about, you know, Ace and Peter. Him and Paul can't stop talking bad about those 2. Peter hasn't said a word, and Ace lately has been putting his foot in his mouth, fighting back with these idiots. It's, oh man, it's drama-rama with Kiss, man. There's drama all the time, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of drama after this end of the road tour. End of the road tour. There'll still be drama floating around the Kiss army. And, screw Gene Simmons and screw Paul Stanley of Kiss. Thank you all for watching the only news that matters. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And ring that little notification bell. I would really appreciate it. And leave your comments below what you think. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.